Hello and welcome to Discover Germany, the travel guide on DW. Today we'll enjoy the wonders of the winter season. Get ready to hit the slopes. Skiing is a very popular winter sport here in Germany, provided there's enough snow. To be on the safe side, we're going to the highest peak in the country. The Zugspitze is a favorite with skiers and also offers spectacular panoramas.
In order to have the mountains all to ourselves, we catch the cable car at 8 in the morning. From the valley station, it takes just 10 minutes to get up onto the Zugspitze. At 2,962 meters above sea level, it's Germany's highest peak. Up above the clouds, we're greeted by the sun and a breathtaking panorama of countless mountaintops, from the Italian Dolomites to the Ötztal Alps. Germany's highest alpine accommodation is right next to the summit, the Munich House. Hikers and mountaineers have been spending summer nights here since 1897. An exhibition in the summit station, which also commemorates the first ascent in 1820, shows just how strenuous mountain climbing was in the past. It was also quite a job getting the cross up to the summit. When it was brought up in 1851, it took several carriers 2 days to reach the top. But we want to get to the pistes, so we take the cable car almost 400 meters back down. The glacier on the Zugspitzplatt Plateau provides quite an extensive ski area with 20 kilometers of slopes. No need for a snow cannon up here. There's usually enough natural snow to last the entire season, from November to May. That's fortunate, because to protect the natural environment, snowmaking isn't even allowed on the Zugspitzplatt. The 9 pistes, ranging from easy to moderate in difficulty, aren't too much of a challenge for experienced skiers, but it's worth the impressive view. The glacier is framed by the peaks of the Wetterstein mountain range.
What makes it special is the variety and the fact that it's not too crowded. And you can also do a bit of off-piste skiing.
Here is a lot of different mountains which are different, different level and for different people. So there came the people with children and with families.
It's just perfect for me. I can ski without too much effort. Don't laugh. It's true.
This is a nice little ski area. If you want some relaxed skiing, it's great to spend a few hours here.
Skiing in the mountain air can work up quite an appetite. So in Zone Alpine, a rustic Bavarian restaurant on the glacier, we enjoy a snack in the warm afternoon sun. Sweet dumplings with vanilla sauce, a Bavarian classic. And as long as we're talking about superlatives, the Zugspitze also boasts Germany's highest maypole. And there's always an opportunity to do some sledding. As the sun sets, the visitors slowly disappear from the glacier, except for a few hearty souls who want to spend the night here in the ice and snow of winter. The Igloo Village has provided just the right place for that. And with an extra warm sleeping bag for the icy rooms, guests have the mountain and the view all to themselves.
Christmas markets pop up across the country in the weeks before Christmas. Such markets are an old tradition in Germany, dating back to the Middle Ages, when traders would sell holiday biscuits and toys. We're visiting the famous Striezelmarkt in the city of Dresden, which is also known for its Baroque architecture, art and culture.
So many sights to see. But where should we head first? When in Dresden in December, the choice is easy. We're off to the Striezelmarkt, one of the oldest Christmas markets in Germany. It features the finest there is to offer when it comes to Christmas festivities. The market gets its name from a traditional pastry called Striezel, the forerunner to the famous Dresden Christmas stollen. Visitors to the Striezelmarkt can learn all about how this holiday treat gets made. There's also a bakery just for kids. Young confectioners can create their very own Christmas cookies. Each year, the Striezelmarkt brings cherished holiday traditions back to life. And Christmas wouldn't be complete without these decorations, made by hand in the Erzgebirge region just south of the city. We'll be back in a bit, but first, it's time for a taste of Dresden's art and culture. It would take weeks to see all of the city's artistic treasures. The Royal Palace alone boasts 15 museums worth of artifacts collected over 5 centuries by the city's Saxon rulers. Our first stop is the Albertinum. It's a museum with a long and colorful history. The building underwent extensive renovations, and the exhibitions were completely reworked in 2010. The Albertinum now has plenty of space to display more sizable works, like those of French sculptor Auguste Rodin. There are also special rooms dedicated to contemporary paintings by the likes of Georg Baselitz and Gerhard Richter. Many places in Dresden honor the old and the new, something that can be seen in the rebuilt Frauenkirche Church. Svinga Palace is another one of the city's highlights. Its Baroque-style galleries serve as the perfect backdrop to showcase Dresden's colorful and historic porcelain collection. But now, it's back to the Striezelmarkt. In the weeks before Christmas, the market is buzzing with holiday spirit, especially after sunset. So we'll do as the Dresdeners do and toast the day with a glass of Glühwein, Germany's mulled Christmas wine, and enjoy the festive atmosphere at the Striezelmarkt.
Not far from Dresden is a region that's especially lovely in winter. There you can experience long-standing Christmas traditions. The Erzgebirge, or Ore Mountains, were once the center of mining in Central Europe. The customs made popular by miners still characterize the Christmas season there today.
We ride on rails into the now closed mines of Annaberg-Buchholz. Here, Christmas celebrations include an old miner tradition, the Metta shift. The Metta was the last work shift before Christmas Eve. When it was over, the miners celebrated together. Today, the tradition is a tourist attraction.
Man sich mit Glück auf noch grüßt, ist der Bergbau nicht verloren. Neuer Anbruch, bald schon sprießt.
The tradition is kept alive with mining hymns like Glück auf der Steiger kommt.
It's nice and cozy, romantic. There are candles everywhere. It's just nice in general.
The song belongs to Christmas. The shift before the first Advent is the pyramid. The second Advent is the Metta shift. On the fourth Advent, we cut our Christmas tree.
And the miners' parade.
Yes, on the fourth Sunday.
And then Christmas can come.
Right.
Lentil soup is a traditional miner's meal. Many of the employees in the visitors' mine used to work there and remember the harsh winters.
At the end of the day, you'd head home in all sorts of weather, in snowstorms. And to make it easier for the miners to find their way, people lit candles in the windows to show them the way. That's where today's traditional illumination comes from. Christmas lights are a tradition with us.
As Christmas nears, Schwiebögen, wooden arches with candles, still shine in the windows in the Erz Mountains. Freiberg is the region's oldest mining town. Silver ore was discovered here in the 12th century and made the town and the region of Saxony rich. Small towns and villages are characteristic of the landscape in the Erz Mountains. One of the best known is Seifen, near the Czech border. Small workshops here make traditional wooden toys and Christmas ornaments by hand. Visitors can watch craftsmen making wooden nutcrackers or figures that smoke incense. Made in Seifen is known around the world as a seal of quality. Up to 30,000 people flock to the small town on the weekends before Christmas. People here have been making wooden figures for almost 100 years.
We collect them because they're so pretty.
You really appreciate them once you see how they're made.
The traditional high point before Christmas is the miners' parades, like Schneeberg's Lichtelfest. The region's miners' associations proudly display their uniforms before thousands of spectators. Light meant life for the miners and was as essential to their equipment as their picks.
My grandfather and my great-grandfather all worked in the mine, and they kept this tradition and passed it on.
What's special here is that the mining tradition is still so alive. A lot of young people are leaving the region. But it's heartwarming to see that the culture is maintained and that it attracts so many visitors every year.
In the Erz Mountains, Christmas and tradition are inextricably intertwined.
Now we meet up with Benjamin Alvarez from Santiago de Chile. While traveling around Germany, he decided to explore the medieval city of Marburg. During the winter, the castle and Old Town provide the perfect backdrop for the festive season.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Alvarez and I come from Santiago de Chile. Join me in exploring Marburg today. Marburg has beautiful buildings with fascinating architecture. Part of my Marburg visit is to climb to the castle, so let's go. We're almost at the castle, and here the first thing we see is art. Incredible. This is completely new for me because we have no castles in Chile. From up here, you have a view of the whole city with all its nooks and crannies. The buildings and roofs are so colourful and the alleyways so narrow. A truly friendly city. How did you like the castle? Now let's go down to the city. Now we are on Marburg's central marketplace. The buildings look like straight out of a fairy tale. Behind me is City Hall. Looks like a fairy tale illustration too. And all around it are centuries-old half-timbered houses. Look, a Santa Claus. This is the famous Lebkuchen I've heard so much about. Let's try it. A bit hard, but delicious. What an experience. I felt like a child on a Ferris wheel again. Incredible. There are so many people here. Whole families, children, grandparents. They've all come here to have fun. It's the opening day of the Christmas market.
1, 2, Noche de paz, Noche de amor.
Hallo, der Blitz.
When I think of my family in Chile, where it's 30 degrees right now, then the cold here seems strange, but it's just fantastic to experience Christmas in Germany. Merry Christmas, Marburg!
Our final stop takes us to the breathtaking winter wonderland of Berchtesgadener Land and Lake Königssee. Situated in the middle of the Alps, it beguiled Bavarian kings. Today, it's an ideal holiday destination for winter sports enthusiasts and nature lovers.
At 2,713 meters, the Watzmann Massif in the Bavarian Alps towers majestically over the region known as Berchtesgadener Land. Winter is the perfect time to enjoy this imposing backdrop. The Berchtesgaden area is a popular destination for winter sports enthusiasts. The family-friendly Rossfeld ski resort always has enough snow. There are more than 100 kilometers of trails for cross-country skiers. Tourism has become the region's most important business. In the past, the area was noted mainly for its rich salt deposits. Salt mining was its economic backbone. You can take an adventure tour through part of the mine, which is still in operation today.
An den Schultern gut festhalten, die Füße ausstrecken und nicht bremsen.
Some 400,000 tourists a year take the opportunity to go underground and learn about the history and techniques of mining. In the middle of Berchtesgaden National Park lies Lake Königssee, 600 meters above sea level. When it's not covered with ice, you can cross it on an environmentally friendly electric boat, slipping quietly past dramatic scenery. The steep cliffs of the Alps rise almost vertically from the water. The echoes of a bugle ricochet off the mountains. Our destination is a place of pilgrimage, St. Bartholomew's Peninsula with the chapel of the same name. The peninsula is easily reached by boat. On foot, it's a long and often arduous hike. Parts of the chapel date from the 12th century. There are plenty of spectacular hiking trails in Berchtesgaden National Park, like the one that leads to Klausbach Valley, where park rangers feed the red deer in winter. The town of Berchtesgaden is the region's center of tourism. Travelers have been coming here since the 19th century to use it as a base for exploring the surrounding countryside. The buildings' painted facades, like these on Palace Square, are typical of Upper Bavaria. Right next to the Abbey Church is the Berchtesgaden Royal Palace. Once an Augustinian monastery, after 1810 it was used mainly as a hunting lodge and summer residence by the Bavarian kings. There are regular guided tours of the Wittelsbach art treasures and weapons collections.
Here in the middle is a papal sword, a sword that was awarded to Prince-Elector Maximilian.
The palace is still home to descendants of the Wittelsbach dynasty.
On the door frames are records of the members of the Bavarian royal family who stayed here in the hunting season and summer months. Here are the heights of the children, teenagers, and adults with a name and a date. There's King Ludwig II as Crown Prince, aged about 6. And here you can decipher Elizabeth. She later became Empress Sissi.
Only 30 of the 120 rooms in the royal palace can be seen on the tour, because descendants of the Bavarian kings still live in Berchtesgaden Palace today.
That's all for this special edition of Discover Germany. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.